Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more of the Big Bang Theory. This is season 3, episode 18, and the last two episodes have been so nerdy and I'm really loving it. First we had Stan Lee visit, and then the guys fought over the One Ring from Lord of the Rings last time. Both really fun episodes, but I'm excited to continue, see what kind of nerdy shenanigans they get up to this time. If you want to watch the full reaction or you want to see episodes a week early, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. And otherwise, take a quick moment to leave a like, and let's get started.
Okay, in Avatar, when they have sex on Pandora, they
Haven't seen Avatar.
So we know their ponytails are like that junk.
Oh.
So when they ride horses and fly on the birds, they also use their ponytails.
What's your point?
They do?
I was up in the administration office and I happened to overhear the name of the winner of this year's Chancellor's Award for Science.
What self-important preening fraud are they honoring this year?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked it like that. You.
Oh, nicely done.
I won?
You won.
Self-important preening fraud.
This is astonishing. Actually, I guess I misspoke. It's not astonishing. It's more like inevitable. I'm not sure what to do first. Maybe I should call my mother. Wait, I know. I'm going to conduct an interview with myself and post it online.
Bye, Sheldon. Wearing 3D glasses at home. Did they only have 3 pairs?
Oh, Chancellor Morton, how are you, sir? Yes, I was expecting your call 3 years ago.
Yay!
They expect me to give a speech at the banquet. I can't give a speech.
Well, no, you're mistaken. You give speeches all the time. What you can't do is shut up.
I'm perfectly comfortable speaking to small groups. I cannot speak to large crowds.
What to you is a large crowd?
Any group big enough to trample me to death. General rule of thumb is 30.
She did a class before.
Children.
70.
Sheldon, congratulations! Brought you cheesecake from work. You know,
Aww.
because of your award, not because that busboy sneezed on it.
I'm not accepting the award.
Why not?
Are you kidding me?
I once got a pretty big honor in high school, and I was terrified about appearing in front of a big crowd, but I went through with it, and you know what? The world looked pretty darn good sitting on a haystack in the back of a Ford F-150 as a member of the Corn Queen's Court.
Foreign Queen's Court?
Thank you. I'll bear that in mind if I'm ever nominated for the Hillbilly Peace Prize. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
Where's 70 children when you need them?
I was 14
Trample.
and graduating summa cum laude from college. Even now, I can remember that moment when I walked up to the podium and looked out at the crowd. There must have been thousands of people. My heart started pounding in my chest. I began to hyperventilate. My vision became blurry, and before I knew it... Oh, dear.
Oh, good.
Don't trample me.
No deal.
No, I have not heard the song Jesus Take the Wheel. No. You don't need to start singing it. Yes, I'll buy it on the iTunes, Mother.
Speech time.
Hello.
Speech.
Sit down, we want to talk to you.
Am I in trouble? Did my mother call you?
We think we can help you with your stage fright.
Oh, I doubt that. I haven't figured out a way, and I'm much smarter than all of you.
We can be your team, like Professor Xavier and his X-Men.
He likes being Professor Xavier. Saw that coming.
Did I see X-Men?
Yeah, we watched it last week. You said you liked it.
Oh, I say a lot of things, sweetie.
I say a lot of things.
What are your powers?
Okay, well, I'm gonna take you shopping, get you a nice suit. Might give you more confidence.
I thought I could try to analyze you and get to the root of your anxiety.
What qualifies you to attempt to understand my mind?
My mother is a highly regarded psychiatrist, and I've been in therapy ever since she accused me of breastfeeding codependently.
Holy crap.
Raj says he can teach you... What did you call it? I don't know. Some Indian meditation crap. My power is the ability to pretend like I give a damn about your piddly-ass problems.
Are we your X-Men?
The X-Men were named for the X in Charles Xavier. Since I am
No.
Super, you will be my C-Men.
No. No! Oh no.
Oh, that's not a good name.
It is not.
These methods come from the ancient gurus of India and have helped me overcome my own fears.
And yet you can't speak to women.
Yeah.
True, but thanks to meditation, I'm able to stay in the same room with them without urinating.
That used to be a problem? Oh god.
Close your eyes.
Okay, but don't punch me. My sister would say to me, close your eyes, you'll get a surprise. And then she'd punch me.
I'm not going to punch you.
That's what my sister used to say.
Imagine yourself in the one place you feel most at home. Where
His
is that?
spot.
Sim City.
Sim City. Does he have a spot in Sim City?
You're in Sheldonopolis.
Where exactly? Sheldon Square? Sheldon Towers? Sheldon Stadium, home of the Fighting Sheldons?
Sheldon Square.
Really? This time of year, it's a bit nippy.
Then put on a sweater.
I suppose I could run downtown and pick up something at Shellmart.
You've paid for a sweater, and you're in Sheldon Square.
Hang on. It's a cardigan. I have to button it. Oh, no.
What now?
A Godzilla-like monster is approaching the city. Follow me. If the children can't run, leave them behind.
What?
Oh, the simulated horror.
It's so hard to help you. Oh, he left.
Meditation is nothing but hokum.
You weren't meditating.
This is nice.
It's only one color.
Yes, so?
That's a lot of money for only one color.
Fine, why don't you pick out what you like?
This is pretty sharp.
It's very him.
I had a suit like this when I was 6. I think we have a winner.
Where the hell did you find that?
In the prom department.
There's a prom department?
And anything I put on now is only going to suffer in comparison. Would it be helpful to you if I told you about my dreams?
I don't know, maybe.
I recently had a dream that
Oh, I
was
thought
a
you meant-
giant. But
Like your
everything
goals.
around me was to scale, so it all looked normal.
How did you know you were a giant?
I was wearing size 1,000,000 pants.
Okay. Maybe just the pants were mislabeled.
Sometimes people have trouble accepting accolades if, on a subconscious level, they don't feel they deserve them.
That's
Do you
not
think
the issue
maybe
here.
That's what's happening here?
Really, Leonard?
With an eagle like that?
When I was 8, I won a ribbon at the science fair for my project, Do Lima Beans Grow Better to Classical Music? My mother pointed out that it was just a rehash of my brother's earlier Do Lima Beans Grow Worse to Rock and Roll. I felt so guilty, I gave the ribbon back.
How did that make you feel?
Terrible.
Did we ever turn this around?
I stayed up all night singing the clown's aria from Pagliacci to a lima bean sprout.
Go on.
He's the one getting therapy.
For God's sake, I was 8 years old. She humiliated me. That's when the bedwetting started again.
Thank you, Leonard.
For what?
If someone as damaged as you can find his way to crawl out of bed each morning, I think I can face a simple award ceremony.
It helped, I guess.
And I thought we had a whole hour. The winner of this year's Chancellor's Award for Science and my good friend, Dr. Sheldon Cooper.
What's he doing with his hands? You got this, Sheldon.
Isn't that nice? His mother sent him a letter.
Leonard.
She's proud of him. Wonder what that feels like. Dear Shelley, I am so proud.
Oh, dear.
You winning
What's
this
the matter?
award
I'm
fills
getting
my
dizzy.
heart with Joy.
Don't worry. You're surrounded by
Oh.
seamen.
Right here, drink this. It'll relax you.
Alcohol? I don't drink alcohol.
Fine, faint.
Oh, he's gonna give a drunken speech. Havana Villa.
Here, see if this one works.
No, 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 Penny.
I was showing that classical music nurtures lima beans and makes them grow. If you'd like to look at the relationship between nurturing and growth, I'd like to point out that my brother is 8 inches taller than me.
Ready!
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor, Dr. Sheldon Cooper.
Take the bottle out of his hands. Oh my god.
Thanks, Shorty. I'll take it from here.
Shorty.
Why did the chicken cross the Mobius strip to get to the same side? Bazinga!
Bazinga.
Neutron walks into a bar and asks, how much for a drink? The bartender says, for you, no charge.
That's a good one. But he's so drunk, it's bad.
Dr. Randall from the geology department.
Did this just turn into a roast?
Happy when they take his work for granted. But
Oh, for granite. That's one of his bolder puns.
I'm kid the geologist, of course, but it's only because I have no respect for the field.
Oh no.
Let's get serious for a moment. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, nitrogen, rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium.
This is him serious?
Everybody, just the Asians. And lanthanum, and osmium, and astatine, and radium.
That woman started singing. Tidy whities.
Would you be able to answer some questions I'm having about the events of last night?
Sure.
Where are my pants?
You might want to check YouTube.
What do I search?
It's already loaded, just hit play.
Did he still get the award after all this?
Can I take my pants off over my head? Of course not. My body's in the way. We could move our pants around our bodies through the fourth dimension. And our days of dropping trousers would be over. The astronomers in the audience, get ready to see the dark side of the moon.
Oh.
And here's Uranus.
They let him do that? Oh no. Sheldon's fear of public speaking. We've seen Sheldon give a lecture in front of a class of students before. Does he think that class of students wouldn't have been able to trample him to death? I think I could trample him to death by myself. But apparently, in front of so many people, his body just gives out and he faints. But yeah, Sheldon's so used to being passed over for things, for awards, even though he feels like he deserves them. And then he asked that question, what self-important preening fraud are they honoring this year? It's him. It's Sheldon. He's this self-important preening fraud. But yeah, enjoyed the bit with the 3D glasses later in the episode. Everyone dodging to the left and the right. Poor Raj didn't get one, but he looked so happy when Sheldon gave him one. It was very cute. And then Sheldon gets the call about having to give a speech and explains why he can't do it to our friends. And or he's almost done explaining it when he just imagining the last time he had to do it and he just passes out. And I like how he talks about how there's no way past his problem with public speaking, and if he hadn't thought of a solution, how his friends couldn't possibly think of one because he's smarter than all of them combined. And then they try all these different things: meditation, therapy, getting a new suit to feel more confident. And then the one thing that actually worked, the thing that they resorted to, was alcohol. No one ever thought of that, like really? And I mean, these bozos, especially Raj, since that's what gets him over his issues, or at the very least lets him repress them for a little bit, he didn't think to use the alcohol, but it made up for a lot of fun this episode. First, Sheldon needs convincing to let them help. The X-Men analogy was very enticing to him, only it's X-Men because of Charles Xavier. With Sheldon Cooper, it has to be C-Men, right? Sheldon. But Raj, with his Indian form of meditation that helped him overcome his own fears, and I guess there's a world where his fears are much worse, and I don't know how great that would be to watch. Just watching Raj pee himself every single episode, that would be not fun. But Sheldon winds up going on a trip with his imagination to Sim City and gets so caught up in the fantasy of Godzilla attacking Sheldonopolis that Raj just gets fed up and leaves. And Penny has similar problems with him, similar troubles, trying to get him a suit. And I think the whole point is for him to be more confident. So it feels like the Wackadoodle suits that Sheldon chose might actually have been a good idea. It wouldn't have looked good on him, but it would have made him, possibly contributed to him feeling more confident and not fainting immediately. The one she chose for him looks best for sure, but the others might have helped keep him awake. And Sheldon thinks the more colors, the better it comes to suits, the more expensive they should be, which, I mean, who were his idols growing up? Like scientists in jackets with more than one color and elbow pads? Is that what he's going for? I think that's probably where he gets his fashion sense. And then there was the therapy session with Leonard. Leonard said he's gone to therapy ever since he was a child, but he clearly hasn't gone to any good ones. For him to have gone to therapy for his whole life and still have so many of the same issues that he's likely had all his life, still treat people poorly the way he does. I mean, the therapists were all probably kind of like his mom, just unable to reach him and help him. If he continues to go to therapy, I hope he finds one that's actually a good fit. And then he was trying to be Sheldon's therapist. Honestly, I could have been a better therapist in Leonard's situation than Leonard was. And he was projecting his own feelings onto Sheldon about how he might not feel worthy of the award he's winning, or he's receiving. When that's clearly a very him thing. And then Sheldon wound up turning the therapist situation back on him. It was just Leonard needs help, and he doesn't realize how much help he needs, because he's like people who have problems in their everyday lives. The first thing that a lot of people do is like say, go get therapy. And from his point of view, he has gotten therapy. And so he must think he's fine when he's really not. Anyway. But yeah, Leonard's insecurities also spilled over into the award ceremony, airing his depressing ass childhood for everyone to hear. I mean, I feel really bad for him too, but yeah, he has like no self-awareness apparently. And then there was Sheldon's speech. Oh, that was something. He just starts throwing out good and bad science jokes, starts roasting the geology department. And then he starts reciting the whole periodic table in song form, then calls out for all the Asians to continue singing with him. Oh my god, Sheldon. But I don't actually... It's interesting how alcohol affects people. I don't actually need alcohol to get over any particular social fears. I actually rarely drink. And I think most of the time I only drink if it's free. And for a long time, I didn't know how to drink. Apparently, you're not supposed to mix a whole bunch of alcohols together. But when it was free, there were so many kinds, and I was just like, I want to try them all. And so I took a shot of like 5 or 6 different drinks and got a headache way before I got even a little bit drunk. Eventually, I figured it out after asking people some questions. They're like, you're not supposed to mix a whole bunch of things together. But yeah, most of my friends don't go out drinking all the time. I do it. I drink. I order from the drink menu if there's something I'm particularly curious about. My best friend is the same way, and 2 of my closer friends don't drink at all. One because of religion, and one because, I don't know, he feels like it's a waste of money to him, doesn't want to be in a compromising situation. So yeah, I think I've only been drunk, I think once, and it was only like very slightly tipsy. It was like just 2 pints of beer, 2 big pints of beer. It was like in Germany. It was like, grr. But I just found things funnier in general. I didn't really act out. I didn't like lower it. I don't think it lowered my inhibitions much, but anyway. But yeah, seeing Sheldon just completely lose it after 2 glasses of champagne. And Penny, as she said, she's been responsible for her own buzz since I think 2003. Sheldon said he didn't feel anything after the first drink. She should know it's not immediate and not to overdo it with him, right? And plus, she's seen how he is drunk when she illegally and unethically slipped him an alcoholic drink. And so maybe she should have shown a little bit more restraint instead of handing him another glass of champagne. But yeah, Sheldon, the next day seems like he has a hangover and has to watch himself give that drunken speech online. And I wonder if he still gets the award after that. But he probably won't get another one for a while. But get ready to see the dark side of the moon. And here's Uranus. His friends didn't stop him. His friends didn't help him. Oh, man. But yeah, really experimenting with substances you aren't familiar with right before a big moment in your life, probably not the best way to go. But maybe if we wanted to calibrate his alcohol intake for the next time he has to give a speech, that might be an option. Though after this, like I mentioned before, I don't know if people will want to give him any reward that requires a speech again. But yeah. Anyway, guys, this was a funny episode, ridiculous episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, really helps with the channel. If you want to see the early reactions or you want to see full reactions, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.